right, so hopefully I won't lose my voice. I'm going to start this. Part of my introduction is kind of explaining who it is and I am. So not only am I the manager of the Usability Services Group in 4C, but I'm also teaching at the University of Michigan School of Information currently, and Dan Cooney's not in because he used to teach this class too, in the undergraduate program. And I'm here to talk today about how to make more usability people. So, I think this is a recurring theme. We need to have more people who are like us. And we're not freaks. You look around. We're not freaks. We're not scary. We're very normal people that need to help people better interact with one another through the mediation of websites, mobile sites, that sort of thing. The reason why there are not enough of us right now, why we're suffering from such a shortage, is that business has caught up to the fact that usability is important. If you look out there at the job boards, you will see that there are a lot of jobs out there. This is actually from the IA, the Information Architecture Institute, and I can see better up here. And there are a lot of jobs out there, but there isn't a whole lot of visibility into our profession. A lot of people don't figure out that usability people exist until they're actually out in the professional world. And some of them are like, oh, it's too late for me to become one. How do I become one? So to some extent, I feel like we need to be doing a better job of looking younger. So looking at people who are in high school, looking at people in this one saying, gee, did you know that there's a profession that's called usability? And there are designers, there are evaluators, and we help people interact better with one another. And people don't dream about becoming a usability specialist. I decided when I was 14 years old that I wanted to go to library school. So I showed up on campus when I was 22 and became a usability, architect at the time, because it sounded much cooler than sitting in the library and cataloging books. But at this point, a lot of the time, people only hear about usability once they actually make it to the job and they say, oh, it's really fascinating, it's really cool. Because a lot of the job descriptions that are out there, this is from the top 10 list of U.S. News and World Reports of the top jobs that are out there, they are not called usability specialists. If you look at the job codes, and this is actually from the census website, there's no job code for what it is that we do. So it's really hard for us to figure out, well, how do we get more people into the field if there isn't that kind of publicity around what it is that we do and the meaning of it. So there are a lot of great grad schools out there. People usually learn about grad school after they've been in college. A lot of the entry-level jobs that are out there are actually targeted at people who have bachelor's degrees. That was a surprise to me. I just found that, looking around this week. So we really need to kind of bridge that gap between getting people to dream about being usability people, in the usability profession when they're young, and also bridging that gap between what people learn when they're in school, both at the undergraduate and graduate level, and what they actually need to do when they get out into the business world. So if you read, what the programs are all about, and this is, from UMSI, Berkeley, and Syracuse, there's a whole lot of description at a very high level about what it is that you can do. They have all these specializations. I think SI has like 7 or 8 of them right now. And truthfully, I can't even tell the difference between a lot of them. I don't know really what the significance is of those differences. But the qualifications that people are looking for out there, and these are current job postings out there, don't really align with what it is that people are coming out of school with. And so what we find is when people are looking for all of these skills, that are not impossible to find in a single person, but are unlikely to be in a novice. And that Megan made a lot of really great points that we have to do a better job of mentoring people so that you don't expect people coming straight from school to be able to do everything. So obviously there's a lot about training that we can do. There's formal training that you can do. Training, in training programs, training, when you actually get people into your department. But you have to be willing to do that. And I think that as practitioners, we need to go out and make opportunities for other practitioners and help bring them along, whether that's working with them formally, internally at a company, or raising my hand and saying, I'm willing to mentor you. I may not work with you every day. We need to do that. So really the question is, what are you going to do as a practitioner to help make more of us? And I'm really calling on you all, this is where I'm going to wait for it to progress, and it's missing a slide, but to really go out there and become mentors and practitioners and advocates so that people understand who it is that we are and become one of us.